Hi, Dr. Christy McMullen here to talk to you about making work fun. Now, when you hear that, you may think, oh my gosh, whatever, we're here to get the work done. But here's the reality. Our neurons do not fire unless there are emotions tied to what we're doing or learning. So that basically means if you do not evoke emotion in your employees, they cannot remember what you said. Well, that's a problem. So when I say making work fun, I really mean get your neurons to fire for all of your employees. So people don't quit jobs. People quit bad leaders or bad managers. And there is a difference between the two for sure. So how do you prevent that? What could you do to make work a little more fun? Well, I'm going to share a story with you. I had the opportunity to work with some healthcare workers recently. And while I was there, it was my job to re-energize them and make them feel appreciated. Kind of a fun job, right? So we started by digging in a little bit to their personalities. Who are you and what makes you who you are? And in doing that, it made people smile and laugh. And you know what we discovered? We discovered things like, well, this person here is a perfectionist. And knowing that this person is a perfectionist explains why when I hand them a bunch of charts and I don't organize them and they're all facing different directions, that sends that person into a legitimate tailspin. Well, if I know that about working with this person, then I can organize the papers a little better and hand them to them, and that feels good, right? Or if I know that someone is an achiever and they work super duper hard to always get it right, then I need to help that person feel successful, or that person will legitimately shut down. Well, what does this have to do with making work fun? If you know your people, then you can spend time appreciating their differences. So pull them together and let them talk about their differences and then figure out what their superpowers are. We literally created superpower posters and those superpower posters told everybody in the room why those perfectionists are needed on the team or why that achiever is needed in the workplace. When you hear fun, sometimes you think silly. And silly is good. I'm not saying don't be silly. I'm saying it's so important that you evoke emotion in your employees. So what can you do today that evokes some emotion? How can you make people laugh? You know what? This is even harder in a virtual environment, but I promise it can happen. So watch for more so that you can learn how to make work fun when you're not physically together.